Hey guys, welcome to the full review of the Isc N1 Coilovers. A lot of you commented on the installation video that you were interested in a review. So a couple of weeks later here we are with the full review video. So first and foremost, the Isc N1 Coilovers come nearly fully assembled. There's hardly any assembly you have to do at all. The downside is the instructions included with the coilovers don't pertain to the Bmw installation whatsoever or any specific model car. It's simply instructions on how to mount the coilovers in different suspension scenarios. So personally for me, it was a little bit difficult installing them because there really weren't instructions on how to do so on a BMW. But we tore it apart, pulled out the old suspension, and we got the new coilovers installed, no problem. And lucky for any of you that are interested in installing the Isc N1 coilovers in your BMW, I've made a 21-minute installation video that goes into every little detail about the installation process. So with that, you shouldn't be intimidated whatsoever to do this job on your own if you're interested in doing so. So the night I finished up the installation, it was like 10:30 or something. I had absolutely no energy to film my initial reactions, which probably wouldn't be very enthusiastic at that hour. But much to my surprise, they actually were. I was so excited to get those things in there. And the second I pulled out of the garage and out of the driveway, I had realized there was a huge suspension change. Everything stiffened up. Body handling characteristics, physically the steering characteristics have both tightened up significantly. It feels tight, responsive, and precise. That being said, you can feel just about every little thing in the road. And you do have to be conscious of potholes, because if you hit one with coilovers, it's not going to be a fun time. Alright, so the initial stock ride height of the car was 23 3/4 in the rear and 24 inches in the front. So we're now measuring in at 22 3/4 of an inch front and rear, which means we dropped it an inch in the rear and an inch and a quarter in the front, depending on how the car is parked, whether or not it's on level ground. You can barely fit the tip of your toes in there, if not maybe only a finger. And just by watching the GoPro live feed here, I really don't have any concerns about wheel rub. Now, in terms of just being a low car now, I haven't bottomed out the car in terms of high centering it, but I have scraped my lip once or twice. No major damage, just a little bit of scraping under the front lip. And other than that, I haven't had any issues bottoming out. I really haven't encountered any major wheel rub. So last weekend, I had to replace my control arm bushings, my rear lower control arm bushings, which prompted me to trust my coilovers all the way around. I got them all dialed in, and they're really not too difficult to adjust, especially after doing the installation process and having a good understanding of how the suspension is set up. You can honestly adjust all 4 coilovers in under an hour. So I'm really happy with the ride quality. As I said before, the car does not roll nearly as much now. It's really planted, the steering's very precise and tight. I'll try to show you with the GoPro outside here, really no body roll. It's amazing, it's so planted. One of the most remarkable things about these coilovers, just how stable they make the car. You can be doing 15, 20, 25 over the speed limit and you really won't even notice, because the car is just so stable and planted that it doesn't feel like you're going that fast. You feel really safe and in control. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to share with you guys about these coilovers. I don't want to underplay the fact that they do make the car feel a lot more stiff. Some would even call the ride quality harsh. I am pretty conscious of when I have passengers in the car to avoid bumps. It can be a bit jarring if you hit a bump wrong. It's not nearly as forgiving as the stock suspension. And if you're a true car enthusiast, you should be mindful of potholes and whatnot anyways, regardless of your suspension setup. Going back, I would install coilovers again on this car, just because it's made a remarkable improvement in the handling. So overall, I would 10 out of 10 recommend the Isc N1 Coilovers. If you're looking for improved performance and handling, you won't be disappointed. So if you haven't seen the installation video, be sure to check that out. As always, I'd like to pay a huge thank you to Bavarian Autosport for making this dream project come true. It was a lot of work, but a lot of fun at the same time. So thanks for watching, guys. Please leave a like below and subscribe if you've yet to do so. And I'll see you next time on JD Cars.